Have you ever noticed how a garden can look completely different in just a few weeks? One moment, everything feels full of summer energy. Flowers are everywhere, vegetables are growing quickly, and the garden seems to be at its peak. Then suddenly, the days become shorter, temperatures begin to change, and plants start preparing for the next season. That is why August is such a fascinating month for gardeners. Many people think August is simply a time to sit back and enjoy the results of their hard work. But experienced gardeners know something different. This month is actually a turning point. The small decisions you make now can determine whether your garden enters autumn tired and struggling, or healthy and full of life. A few simple actions in August can mean more flowers, better harvests, stronger plants, and fewer problems when colder weather arrives. Today, we are going to look at the most important things you can do in your garden this month, including some jobs that many gardeners overlook. And stay until the end, because one simple August habit can save you money, reduce future work, and help you grow better plants year after year. Before we dive in, if you find value in what we share, consider subscribing and turning on that bell. Now let's get into it. Number 1. Understand what your garden needs right now. Before reaching for your tools, take a few minutes to observe your garden. August is not a month for treating every plant the same way. Different areas of your garden are experiencing different challenges. Some plants are producing heavily and need support. Others are beginning to slow down. Some flowers need encouragement to continue blooming, while others are preparing to create seeds for next year. This is where many gardeners accidentally make mistakes. They continue following the same routine they used in spring, even though the garden has entered a completely different stage. During spring, plants are focused on rapid growth. In August, many plants are focused on survival, reproduction, and preparing for seasonal changes. The heat, strong sunlight, and occasional dry periods can place stress on plants. Their roots may struggle to find enough moisture, leaves may lose water quickly, and flowers may fade faster than usual. The first job of an experienced gardener is simply paying attention. Walk around your garden and look closely. Are leaves beginning to droop during the day? Are containers drying out unusually quickly? Are vegetables becoming oversized because they are not being harvested often enough? Are flowers producing fewer blooms? These signs tell you exactly what your garden needs. A beginner-friendly tip is to create a quick August garden check every few days. You do not need expensive equipment. Your eyes and your hands are often the best gardening tools you have. Push your finger a few centimeters into the soil. If it feels dry below the surface, your plants may need water. Look underneath leaves because pests often hide where gardeners do not notice them. A few minutes of observation can prevent hours of fixing problems later. Number 2. Protect your garden from summer heat. One of the biggest challenges in August is water management. Plants do not just need water because the weather is hot. They need consistent moisture because their roots are working hard to support flowers, fruit, and new growth. However, watering incorrectly can create more problems. Many gardeners make the mistake of giving plants a quick splash every day. The surface becomes wet, but the deeper roots remain dry. This encourages shallow roots because the plant learns that water is always available near the surface. A better approach is deep watering. Give plants enough water so moisture reaches further into the soil. This encourages roots to grow deeper, making plants stronger and more resistant during dry periods. The best time to water is usually early morning or later in the evening when temperatures are cooler. Less water is lost through evaporation, and plants have more time to absorb what they need. Here is where many gardeners waste water without realizing it. They water leaves instead of the soil. While some plants enjoy moisture around their foliage, many garden plants benefit more from water reaching their root zone. Wet leaves can also create conditions where fungal problems develop. Aim your watering can or hose near the base of the plant. For an eco-friendly approach, collect rainwater whenever possible. A simple water barrel or container can provide valuable water during dry spells while reducing dependence on treated mains water. Mulching is another powerful August technique. A layer of compost, shredded leaves, straw, or other organic material helps keep soil cooler, reduces evaporation, and slowly improves soil quality as it breaks down. Think of mulch as a protective blanket for your garden. It keeps roots comfortable during hot weather and creates a healthier environment for beneficial soil organisms. One simple change like adding mulch around thirsty plants can save you hours of watering. Number 3. Keep harvesting to encourage more growth. August is often the month when vegetable gardens become incredibly rewarding. Tomatoes begin filling with color. Courgettes appear almost overnight. Cucumbers, peppers, beans, and other crops can suddenly produce more than you expected. But harvesting is not just about collecting food. It is also a way of communicating with your plants. Many fruiting plants are designed to produce seeds. Once they believe they have successfully created mature seeds, they begin slowing down. Regular harvesting encourages them to continue producing. A gardener who leaves large, overripe vegetables on the plant may accidentally signal that the growing season is coming to an end. Pick vegetables regularly, even if you cannot eat everything immediately. Extra produce can be frozen, shared with neighbors, preserved, or turned into compost if necessary. A common mistake with crops like courgettes is waiting too long. A small, tender courgette can become a huge vegetable in just a few days. While large vegetables are still edible, the plant may spend more energy producing seeds instead of creating new fruits. Check your plants frequently. For tomatoes, harvest fruit as soon as it reaches the right color and firmness. For peppers, regular picking often encourages more flowers and fruit. This next tip can make a surprising difference. Do not only look at the vegetables you can see. Lift leaves gently and inspect underneath. Many gardeners miss hidden crops because leaves create a perfect hiding place. August harvesting should feel like a conversation with your garden. The more you pay attention, the more your plants will reward you. Number 4. Encourage more flowers with smart deadheading. August can be one of the most beautiful months in the garden, but it is also the time when many flowering plants begin to look tired. The good news is that a little attention can often bring them back to life. One of the simplest ways to extend the flower season is through deadheading. Deadheading simply means removing old flowers before they completely finish their life cycle and produce seeds. Why does this matter? Because many flowering plants are constantly making decisions about where to put their energy. When a flower fades, the plant begins directing resources towards seed production. That is a natural process. But if your goal is to enjoy more blooms, removing those fading flowers encourages the plant to focus on creating new flowers instead. However, this is where many gardeners make mistakes. They remove every single flower head without thinking about the future. Remember, not every flower needs to be removed. Some plants should be allowed to form seeds because those seeds can provide food for birds, create new plants, or give you free seeds for next year's garden. A balanced approach works best. Keep removing faded flowers from plants where you want continuous color, such as mini bedding plants and repeat flowering perennials. But leave selected seed heads on plants you want to collect from later. When deadheading, always look closely at the plant structure. Do not simply cut anywhere. Remove the faded flower above a healthy set of leaves or a strong growing point. This keeps the plant looking tidy and encourages better growth. A good example is a gardener who complained that their flower border looked exhausted every August. The problem was not the plants. They were simply allowing hundreds of faded flowers to remain. After spending 15 minutes each week removing old blooms, the same garden produced color much longer into the season. Small maintenance jobs often create the biggest visual improvements. Number 5. Take cuttings now to protect your favorite plants. One of the smartest things you can do in August is create a backup plan for your favorite plants. Many gardeners have experienced that disappointment. A beautiful plant survives all summer, grows beautifully, and then disappears after a harsh winter. Tender plants are especially vulnerable because they are not naturally adapted to colder conditions. This is why taking cuttings in late summer can be so valuable. Think of it as creating an insurance policy for your garden. Instead of depending on one plant surviving, you create several young plants that can be protected during colder months. Plants such as pelargoniums, fuchsias, and many tender ornamentals can often be propagated successfully from cuttings. The process is surprisingly simple. Choose healthy, non-flowering shoots because they usually root more easily. Avoid weak or damaged growth. Make a clean cut just below a leaf joint. Remove some lower leaves and place the cutting into a suitable growing medium. The reason this works is fascinating. Plants contain areas of active growth where new roots can develop. By giving these sections the right conditions, we encourage the plant to create an entirely new root system. Keep new cuttings away from harsh sunlight while they establish. They need warmth and moisture, but too much heat can cause them to lose water before roots develop. A common beginner mistake is overwatering. Many people think more water means faster growth, but constantly wet soil can prevent oxygen from reaching developing roots. The goal is moist, not soaked. This technique also saves money. Instead of buying new plants every spring, you can create your own collection from plants you already love. And sometimes something exciting happens. A cutting from a particularly beautiful plant can become the beginning of a whole new garden favorite. Number 6. Start saving seeds for next year's garden. August is when nature begins preparing for the future. While many gardeners are still focused on enjoying summer flowers, plants are already creating the next generation. This makes it the perfect time to start collecting seeds. Seed saving is one of the most rewarding habits a gardener can develop because it connects one season to the next. It also helps reduce gardening costs. A small packet of seeds can produce many plants, and collecting your own means you can continue growing varieties that perform well in your garden. But successful seed saving requires timing. Do not collect seeds too early. Immature seeds may look healthy, but often will not germinate because they have not completed their development. Look for signs that seeds are ready. Seed pods often become dry, brown, or papery. The seeds themselves usually become firm rather than soft. Choose a dry day for collection. Moisture is one of the biggest enemies of stored seeds. If seeds are collected while damp, they can develop mold during storage. After collecting, spread them out somewhere dry with good airflow. Do not rush this step. Many gardeners ruin perfectly good seeds because they store them before they are completely dry. Once ready, place them in labeled envelopes or containers. Always write the plant name and collection year. You may think you will remember, but after storing several varieties, confusion happens quickly. For longer storage, keep seeds somewhere cool, dark, and dry. A small amount of silica gel or another moisture absorber can help protect them. But there is another important lesson about seed saving. Not every plant will grow exactly like the parent plant. Some modern hybrid varieties are designed for specific characteristics, and saved seeds may produce unexpected results. Open-pollinated varieties are usually better choices for gardeners who want to save seeds year after year. This is also one reason many experienced gardeners enjoy saving seeds. You never know when you might discover a plant with a slightly different color, shape, or improved quality that becomes a new favorite. Number 7. Give your soil attention before autumn arrives. Before the growing season ends, August is a valuable time to think about the foundation of your garden, the soil. Healthy soil creates healthier plants. Many gardeners focus only on what happens above ground, but the real work is happening beneath the surface. Millions of tiny organisms are constantly breaking down organic matter, releasing nutrients, and improving soil structure. After a long summer, soil can become tired. Heavy feeding crops may have removed many nutrients, and repeated watering can affect soil quality. Adding compost around plants now can help rebuild that system. You do not need expensive products. Well-rotted garden compost, homemade leaf mold, or organic materials from your own garden can make a huge difference. Adding organic matter improves the soil's ability to hold moisture while still allowing excess water to drain away. This is especially helpful because August conditions can swing between very dry periods and sudden heavy rainfall. Before adding anything, avoid disturbing plant roots unnecessarily. A gentle layer spread around established plants is often enough. And remember, healthy soil also supports beneficial insects and microorganisms. A thriving garden is not just about feeding plants. It is about creating an environment where the whole ecosystem can work together. Number 8. Protect valuable plants from late summer problems. August can feel like the easiest time in the gardening calendar because everything looks full and established. But this is also when some hidden problems begin to appear. Plants that have spent months growing can suddenly become vulnerable because they are carrying a lot of responsibility. They are producing flowers, creating fruit, and preparing for the next stage of their life cycle. This means they can become stressed more easily. One of the best habits you can develop is checking your plants regularly, not only when something looks wrong. Look underneath the leaves. Check new growth. Inspect stems and flower buds. Many garden problems are easier to solve when they are discovered early. A small group of pests can often be managed naturally, but an infestation that has been ignored for weeks becomes much harder to control. For example, encourage beneficial insects whenever possible. Ladybirds, lacewings, hoverflies, and other helpful creatures are natural garden assistants. They feed on many pests and help create a healthier balance. Planting flowers that attract pollinators and beneficial insects can make a huge difference. Simple plants such as herbs allowed to flower, native wildflowers, and late-season blooms provide valuable food when many other plants are finishing. A common gardening myth is that a perfect garden should have no insects at all. The reality is very different. A healthy garden contains many forms of life. The goal is not to remove everything that moves. The goal is to maintain balance. Before reaching for chemical treatments, ask yourself, is this insect actually causing serious damage? Could the plant recover naturally? Are there wildlife-friendly solutions available? Sometimes the best solution is simply giving your plants better growing conditions so they can defend themselves. Strong plants are naturally better at handling small challenges. Number 9. Control wisteria before it takes over. Wisteria is one of those plants that can create a breathtaking display when managed correctly. Its hanging flowers can transform a wall, fence, or pergola into something magical. But there is another side to this beautiful climber. Without regular care, wisteria can become extremely vigorous. This plant is naturally designed to climb through forests, searching for sunlight. In a garden setting, that same energy can send shoots in every direction. August is an excellent time to bring it back under control. The key is not fighting the plant. The key is understanding how it grows. After flowering, wisteria produces long, fast-growing shoots. These shoots are useful when creating the main structure of the plant, but once the framework is established, too much extra growth can reduce flowering. Look for long green shoots that have stretched far beyond where you want them. Instead of cutting randomly, follow each shoot back toward the main branch. This helps you understand where the growth begins and prevents accidental damage. Many gardeners make the mistake of removing too much. They see a large amount of growth and cut aggressively, thinking they are helping. But a better approach is controlled pruning. Shorten unwanted shoots while keeping the strong framework that supports future flowers. You can also remove old flower stems that have become unattractive. They no longer contribute much to the plant's appearance, and removing them helps keep the climber tidy. Another important point. Growing wisteria from seed is usually not the best way to create a flowering plant. Seed-grown plants can take many years before producing flowers, and the final result may not have the qualities you hoped for. Most gardeners prefer established plants propagated from reliable flowering varieties. A little summer pruning now can reward you with a much better display next year. Number 10. Help tomatoes finish the season strong. For many vegetable gardeners, August is all about tomatoes. There is nothing quite like picking a ripe tomato grown in your own garden. But sometimes, gardeners reach this stage and wonder, why are my tomatoes growing but not turning red? This is a common late-season problem. Tomatoes need warmth, light, and time to ripen. However, when plants become very large, they can sometimes put too much energy into producing new leaves and flowers instead of finishing the fruit already growing. One helpful technique is removing some unnecessary lower leaves. The purpose is not to strip the plant completely. Healthy leaves are important because they produce energy through photosynthesis. Instead, remove leaves that are yellowing, damaged, or blocking airflow around developing fruit. Better airflow can reduce disease problems and allow more light to reach tomatoes. Another useful late-season technique is stopping the plant's upward growth. When a tomato plant has already produced many fruits, allowing it to continue creating endless new growth may not be the best use of its energy. Removing the growing tip encourages the plant to focus on existing tomatoes rather than producing fruit that may never have enough time to mature. This next tip surprises many gardeners. Green tomatoes do not always have to be wasted if the season ends before they fully ripen. Healthy, mature green tomatoes can continue ripening indoors. Place them somewhere warm and dry, and check them regularly. Some gardeners place them near ripening fruit because certain fruits release natural gases that can encourage the ripening process. However, avoid storing tomatoes in the refrigerator. Cold temperatures can damage their flavor and slow the natural ripening process. The goal in August is not forcing the plant. It is helping the plant finish what it has already started. Number 11. Prepare your garden for the season ahead. One of the biggest differences between beginner gardeners and experienced gardeners is that experienced gardeners are always thinking ahead. While August is still full of summer color, autumn is already approaching. The work you do now creates the conditions for a healthier garden later. Start by removing tired or damaged growth. Do not wait until everything becomes a tangled mess. Cleaning small areas regularly makes future maintenance much easier. Add organic matter where needed. Prepare empty spaces for future planting. Collect materials that can become compost. Even fallen leaves later in the year can become valuable resources instead of garden waste. Another smart August habit is making notes. Write down which plants performed well, which varieties produced the best harvest, which flowers attracted the most bees, which areas struggled during hot weather. These observations become incredibly valuable when planning next year's garden. Many gardeners repeat the same mistakes simply because they forget what happened the previous season. A simple garden notebook can help you make better decisions every year. Number 12. Create a simple August garden checklist. By now, you can see that August is not just about keeping the garden looking attractive. It is about preparing, protecting, and strengthening everything you have worked so hard to grow. The good news is that you do not need to spend every day in the garden. Small, consistent actions create the biggest results. A few minutes of checking plants, a little thoughtful watering, regular harvesting, removing tired flowers, collecting seeds. These simple habits add up. Here is a practical August checklist you can return to throughout the month. First, inspect your garden regularly. Look for signs of stress before plants become damaged. Early action is usually easier and cheaper than trying to repair a serious problem. Second, water wisely. Focus on plants that need help most, especially containers, newly planted areas, and crops producing flowers or fruit. Remember that deep watering is usually more valuable than frequent shallow watering. Third, keep harvesting. Do not allow vegetables to sit on plants longer than necessary. Regular picking encourages many crops to continue producing. Fourth, maintain flowering plants. Remove faded blooms from plants where you want more flowers, but allow selected plants to create seeds if you want to collect them. Fifth, protect your favorite plants. Take cuttings from tender varieties so you have replacements if winter causes losses. Sixth, save seeds. Choose healthy plants with qualities you want to grow again. Seventh, improve your soil. Add compost and organic materials whenever possible. A healthy garden begins underground. Eighth, support wildlife. Leave some seed heads, grow pollinator-friendly plants, and remember that a balanced ecosystem creates a stronger garden. Ninth, prepare for autumn. Do not wait until the first cold days arrive. Small preparations now make the transition much easier. And finally, enjoy your garden. This may sound obvious, but it is one of the most important gardening lessons. A garden is not only a project to manage, it is a place to experience. Take time to notice the colors, the insects visiting your flowers, the taste of vegetables picked fresh, and the quiet moments that make gardening so rewarding. August is often misunderstood. Some people see it as the beginning of the garden slowing down, but experienced gardeners see something different. They see opportunity. This is the month when careful attention can extend the beauty of summer, improve harvests, protect valuable plants, and prepare the garden for the months ahead. The most successful gardeners are not the ones who work the hardest. They are the ones who understand what their plants are trying to tell them. A drooping leaf is information. A fading flower is information. A plant producing seeds is information. Your garden is constantly communicating with you. When you learn to listen, gardening becomes much easier and much more enjoyable. So before the season moves forward, take a walk around your garden. Look closely. Make small improvements. Celebrate what is growing well. And remember, every seed you save, every plant you protect, and every little task you complete today is an investment in your future garden. If you found these August gardening tips helpful, make sure to give this video a like because it helps other garden lovers discover these ideas too. Subscribe for more practical gardening advice designed to help you grow a healthier, more beautiful garden throughout the year. And I would love to hear from you. What is the one gardening job you always make sure to complete in August? Share your experience, your successes, or even your gardening challenges in the comments below. Your ideas might help another gardener who is facing the same problem. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, and enjoy every moment you spend in your garden.